Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Our second poem in the course of romantic poetry is the poem entitled The Echoing Green. The Echoing Green by William Blake. So far we have studied only one poem by William Blake, which is the introduction to songs of innocence. Today we're going to study another poem of innocence. This is one of the songs of the book of innocence or songs of innocence. قلنا الكاتب كتب رواية قصائد مجموعة قصائد سماها أغاني البراءة والتي كانت كلها موجهة إما عن أو إلى الأطفال والقصيدة الأولى فقط كانت مقدمة فقط لهذه. Shall we go to the poem? طبعا هذه summary. This is the summary of the poem. You can read it at home, but today we're going into the poem itself to read it and to analyze its stanza. Shall we start? The sun does arise and make happy the skies. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. The skylark and thrush, the birds of the bush, sing louder around to the bell's cheerful sound, while our sport shall be seen on the echoing green. Old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old folk. They laugh at our play, and soon they all say, such were the joys, when we all girls and boys, in our youth time were seen on the echoing green. Till the little ones weary, no more can be merry, the sun does descend, and our sports have an end. Round the laps of the mothers, many sisters and brothers, like birds in their nest, are ready for rest, and sport no more seen on the darkening green. This is the recitation of the poem. You can see also the poem falls into 3 stanzas. How many stanzas? There are 3 stanzas. There are 3 stanzas. And the poem is lyrical. Before we go into any meaning of the poem sounds lyrical. شو قلنا معنى lyrical poem. The poem is lyrical. In other words, it's easy to be sung. It follows a strict rules of rhythm and rhyme, a rhythmical pattern and a rhyming pattern. في هناك شيء منظم في القصيدة. القافية البحر الشعري ملتزمة به. بالتالي القصيدة جاية إيش يا أخوات على كأنها قصيدة غنائية. قصيدة غنائية. Well, shall we go into the lines or let's say minute and slow and careful reading of the poem. The sun does arise. The sun does arise. In front of each stanza, we've got some, data. We've got some information we have to fill in the blanks over here. We've got to think about the settings and also the figures of speech of the poem. The sun does arise and make happy the skies. It's what time is it? The sun is rising. In other words, it's not night. What is the time? What's the time, sisters? The time is in the morning. It is in the morning. The sun does arise. الشمس مشرقة. الشمس مشرقة. All right? الشمس مشرقة. And make happy the skies. We've got inversion over here. We have got inversion. I think you're familiar with the meaning of the word inversion, right? I think you're familiar with the word inversion. Are you familiar with the word inversion? Sisters? Are you familiar with the word inversion? What is inversion? What is inversion? اللي هو نعم عكس الاتجاه أو يعني وضع الكلمات في الأماكن أماكنها الغير نحوية الصحيحة. طيب, who can correct the inversion? I think it's easy to correct the inversion. This is inversion. خلينا نحط كل المعلومات اللي هنا بفونت مختلف بحيث انه يبان لكم انه يعني ليست من اصل القصيدة. ليست من اصل القصيدة. Alright? Are you following? So how can you correct the inversion? The inversion is let's go to the line again. Make the skies happy. The sun makes the skies happy. This is how we correct the inversion. The sun makes the skies happy. من الذي يجعل السماوات سعيدة في نظر الكاتب؟ It's the sun. So in other words, it's a happy morning. It's not a cloudy, rainy, gloomy morning. It's a happy morning where the sun is there in the sky and the skies are happy. What makes the skies happy? It's the sun, because the sun is rising. The merry bells ring. Now the speaker is talking about another aspect. The merry bells ring. الأجراس, the happy bells. الأجراس السعيدة ترن. Ring, like ringing. To welcome the spring. So, the time is in the morning in the spring, right? What is spring? الربيع. So the bells, what bells is he talking about? What bells? Bells of what here? Here we've got metonymy. Usually, who cares about the spring and the grass of the spring? It's the cattle. Usually, cattle are, tied to some ringing bells to their neck. So ringing bells are tied to the cattle's necks so that, people would know where the cattle goes as they feed on the grass. What grass? It's the morning grass. في الربيع ومروج الربيع الخضراء من يستفيد من هذه المروج؟ طبعا الماشية. The cattle. ايش معنى cattle؟ الماشية. Right? So عندنا هنا لذلك عندنا هنا the ring كلمة the bells اللي الأجراس عادة في التقاليد الأوروبية يربطون الأجراس إلى أعناق إيش يا أخوات؟ إلى أعناق الماشية. So we've got metonymy. كناية. Metonymy. Can you read the line? Can you read the line, sisters? Can you read the line? I think it's easy to read the line. Hey, wait a minute. Metonymy. What is metonymy? What is metonymy? اللي هي الكناية. اللي هي الكناية. يعني هو لا يريد أن يقول the cattle are having their bells. He doesn't want to say the cattle are happy. He wants to refer to the cattle with one feature that belongs to the cattle, which is the bells. In the spring, cattle feed on the grass, on the green grass of the spring. So we've got metonymy. So the word is metonymy. ايش قلنا معنى metonymy؟ كناية. What does he mean? The bells, how can you explain the metonymy? The bells refer to what? Or represent here, represent what? The cattle. ايش قلنا معنى cattle? Can you read the lines, sisters? Can you read the lines? Metonymy كناية. إنه هذه الأجراس يقصد بها أو تمثل ماذا؟ الحيوانات التي تربط إلى أعناقها هذه الأجراس. Clear, sisters. إذن the speaker is describing. This is a descriptive stanza. In fact, the whole poem is descriptive. قصيدة كلها يا أخوات قصيدة وصفية. The sun does arise and make happy the skies. He's describing the sun, it's happy. He describes the skies, it's happy. And merry also is a reinforcement. It's a foregrounding device that he he repeats putting or inlaying the poem with whatever makes it happy and looks happy. So the bells of the cattle are merry. Merry means happy. What does merry mean? Merry means happy. So the merry bells ring to welcome the spring. Who welcomes the spring? Who welcomes the spring? From the speaker's perspective, من وجهة نظر الكاتب, the cattle welcome the spring. The cattle. اللي هم مين يا أخوات؟ الماشية. Well, everything welcome to the spring. The cattle, the happy sky, and the rising sun. الشمس المشرقة, السماء السعيدة اللي هي سماء صافية. He wants to say that the sky is clear. And the happy, not happy bells, but happy cattle. ما نقول إحنا الأجراس السعيدة, بل هي ما تشير إليه, والتي هي الماشية. عندما أقول ماشية ماذا أقصد؟ I mean the sheep, the cows, the goats, the domesticated animals usually that feel happy because of the advent of the spring. Now, is it over? No. The skylark, the speaker goes on describing more of the spring, which is all the background of what he's going to say. This is just the background. هذه كلها خلفية ما سوف يقوله الآن. The skylark and the thrush. Skylark is a bird. Thrush is a bird. Bird. So the skylark and thrush are, what are they? They are two birds. They are two birds. هذول الاثنين يا أخوات, هذول الاثنين طيور. The skylark is a bird. Yes, تفضلي. عفوا, الصوت يقطع. والآن كيف؟ الآن كيف؟ طيب, skylark is the bird, is a bird. The thrush is also a bird. The speaker is also, referring to the birds of the day. It's a spring day. It's a spring morning day where everything is joyful and merryful and mirthful and merry. Skylark is happy. The thrush is a bird. Remember that? We said thrush is a bird. So both the skylarks and thrush are, what are they? Birds. The birds are singing. You want to say the birds are happy. The skylark and the thrush, the birds of the bush. The birds of the bush. طيور الأعشاب والحشائش. طيور اللي تبني عشاشها على النباتات الطويلة. إيش فيهم؟ Sing louder around. Sing louder around. The birds are singing. Isn't it a happy morning? Yes, it is a happy morning. This is a joyful morning. It is a happy, joyful morning. Everything seems happy. The birds are singing. The cattle are feeding on the grass. The sky is clear and the sun is rising. It's morning. It's beautiful. What goes fault? What goes foul in this morning? Nothing. Nothing goes foul. Nothing goes, goes awry. Nothing goes problematic. يعني ما في حاجة غلط. It's a perfect morning, according to the speaker. Sing louder around. الطيور قاعدة تغني louder. صوت ايش يا اخوات؟ Louder around. أعلى من إيش؟ عفوا العصافير أو الطيور تغني أعلى بأصوات أعلى. Louder than what? To the bell's cheerful sound. أعلى من أصوات الأجراس التي تربط أو مربوطة أو معلقة في أعناق إيش يا أخوات؟ في أعناق الكاتل، في أعناق الماشية اللي ذكرناهم قبل before just a minute ago. إذن the birds are singing loud around to the bell's cheerful sound, while our sport shall be seen on the echoing green. Now the speaker projects his voice. Now the speaker is, there. While all of these things is happening, all of these things are there, while our sport shall be seen on the echoing green. The speaker is not speaking on his behalf. Speaker is not talking about himself. He's talking about himself and others. Right? We need to identify the speaker. Could you please hold it a minute? طيب خير ان شاء الله مر عليه ان شاء الله. طيب السلام عليكم. Sorry, shall we continue? Shall we continue, sisters? Sorry for the administration calls. The speaker here is not speaking for himself, he's speaking for a group. But is it a group of girls? Is it a group of men? Is it a group of children? Who is the speaker and who does he represent? Here we're going to say, while our sports. Speaker is talking about his sports. He doesn't mean the sports here, he means games. Sports here means games. Are you following? Are you following, sisters? It's not sport. He does not play sport. He wants to mean that he is playing games. The word sport means games. Did you write this down? I'm sorry. The word sports is meant to be games. The speaker is playing games with others. Now, who do you think is going to play games? Who's going to play games in the open space, in the open green space of the spring? Normally, it is the children. Are you following? The speaker is a child. The speaker is a child speaking on behalf of the children. On behalf of the children he is playing with. Now, so what is the place they're talking about? What is the setting? You know, we're talking about the setting here. What is the place? We're going to answer this question when you finish the last line. When our sport shall be seen on the echoing green. So what did we say the meaning of sports? We said sport means games. Are you following? Sport means game. الكلمة هذه اللي بين أقواس أدخلتها معناها أنا أريد أن أشرح الكلمة اللي قبلها اللي معناها sports which means games. On the echoing green. Where are they playing their games? They are playing games on the echoing green. That's the title of the poem. If you remember, this is the title of the poem. Echoing green. I think you know the meaning of green. Green is something green. It's a color. Well, he means green spaces over here. Green, the green lawn, the green meadow, the green grass. All right? But echoing, what does the word echoing mean? Echoing means it's about sound. It's a feature of a sound. It's a feature, one of the features of the sound. لما يكون صدى الأصوات. Then the green they are playing is having echoes of other voices mixed together. Children are playing on the same green space in the spring, in the morning, or in a spring morning. Sort of like it's a very happy morning and the children are playing on the green grass. That's why he wants to say green, but it is a space full of sounds. Too many mixed sounds of children. All are playing and having a very enjoyable time, a very happy time. So the point the speaker wants to draw our attention to is that the children are having a very happy morning. They are playing on the green spaces of the spring with rejoicing voices of the children. They are mixed up. They are talking and playing and laughing and calling in each other's. Maybe giving comments, maybe making jokes. The children are having a very interesting time, a very happy time. Are you following? Now, what's the place of what's the place here? Where is the speaker? Where is the speaker? The place of the speaker is on the green grass or on the green open space, open fields, مساحات خضراء أو على المروج الخضراء اللي هي عادة ما تبدأ تخضر مع قدوم إيش يا أخوات؟ الشتاء ولا الربيع؟ الربيع, on the spring, right? Now, what is the theme over here? What is the theme of this stanza? What is the theme that the speaker wants to draw attention to? Any idea? All right, maybe the themes have to be connected with the other themes, So let's put this off until we reach the other themes. Second stanza. Shall we go to the second stanza, sisters? Shall we go to the other stanza? We're going just to stop over here, of course. We're going just to stop by this stanza. Old John with white hair does laugh away care. Sitting under the oak among the old folk, they laugh at our play, and soon they all say, such were the joys when we all girls and boys in our youth time were seen on the echoing green. Now, the stanza here the speaker is putting in more and more people into our story. He's talking about old John. رجل كبير في السن اسمه John. How do you know he's old? Because he has got white hair. Old John with white hair. Speaker is talking about an old man named John. Does laugh away care. Does laugh away care. The old man, John, is laughing. And when he laughs, he does not seem to care about anything. He's a careless person about anything around him. He's a happy man. You know, usually people who care too much about every meticulous detail in their lives are usually plagued with high blood pressure, you know, other diseases that makes them, you know, that makes them always under the stress of all of the details they care about. فلما يكون عندنا أشخاص دائما يهتمون لكثير من التفاصيل ويتنرفزون عليها يصير عندهم إيش؟ أمراض. This old John is laughing. He does laugh away care. In other words, he laughs too much in order to forget his care, to turn his back on his care of anything that usually worries man in his age. So old John is a happy man from the point of view of the speaker. Now, who is the speaker? We said, who is the speaker? The speaker is a child. All right, the speaker is a child. Child now is not in the echoing green. The child has shifted, has swiped his position to somewhere else. الآن المتكلم طفل قلنا، ولكنه الآن لم يعد يلعب مع الأطفال. الآن صار متمركز في مكان آخر، يستمع لمن؟ To old John. To old John with white hair. The old man with the white hair. شعر أبيض. شعره إيش؟ أبيض. يعني he's old. What does he do? Does he cry? No. He laughs. Laugh means laugh. معناها يا أخوات يضحك. Laugh means, what does laugh mean? يضحك. So he laughs away care. He laughs away care. In other words, he laughs too much that he seems not to care or to worry about anything. Where is the man sitting? Sitting under the oak. It's a tree. It's a name of a famous tree. Oak. شجرة الشوفان. You know, usually oak trees provide us with something to eat. Oak. Where is the old man sitting? Under the oak. Among the old folk. Who is he sitting with? Old John is sitting among the old people. Folk folk mean people. All right? Folk means people. folk means people. اللي حاطه أنا بين أقواس مربعة يا أخوات هذه ليست جزء من القصيدة. مفهوم؟ ليست جزء من القصيدة، إنما معاني الكلمات التي تسبقها. So old John is not alone. He is sitting, talking, laughing under the oak. It's a tree. The oak is a tree. شجرة معروفة اسمها شجرة الشوفان. الشوفان وش يحصل لنا؟ ايش ناخذ من الشوفان هذه يا اخوات؟ الشوفان نحطه في الشوربة. نعم. So the speaker is an old man. His name is John. He is an old because his hair is white. He does not seem to worry about anything around. He's a carefree person who has, he must be retired from job. He does not seem to go to job. He is a retired person. So he is he's spending his time. He's spending his time with his fellow old folks, people. And all of them are old. Now, where is the speaker? The speaker is listening to them. Is the speaker playing the sports with the other children? No. The speaker is not playing. He is listening to the old folk of the people. They laugh at our play. Who is they? The old folk. الجماعة اللي هم الشياب. They laugh at our play. Laugh. يضحكون at our play. Our. What does our refer to? What does our refer to? Children's. It is the children's play. أي لعب من؟ هو قال our. هو يتكلم ليس عن نفسه بل أيضا عن مجموعة من الناس. So it's the children's play. إذن نعم. الصوت مو واضح؟ طيب أنا أسمع صوتي من جوا عندكم يا أخوات. إيش فيكم؟ أنا أسمع صوتي من جوا. الآن كيف؟ So the old folk, the old people are sitting under the oak, laughing and talking. But what are they laughing at? They are laughing at our play اللي هو لعبنا. our هذه زي كأنها الدالة على الفاعلين. الدالة على الفاعلين. لعبنا بيتنا. I think this is this is a grammatical piece of information that you have to be aware of. Are you following? Are you there? So the old folk are amusing themselves with their jokes and من عندكم الآن؟ إيش عندكم؟ ترتيب الاختبار؟ المشفى موجودة؟ نتوقف هنا يا أخوات؟ نتوقف هنا. المشفى موجودة الآن. أبغاكم تستعدون لاختباركم. أعتقد نتوقف هنا على أساس نبدأ نكمل المحاضرة إن شاء الله الأسبوع الجاي بإذن الله. الأسبوع الجاي نخلص المحاضرة بإذن الله. التوفيق معكم للمشرفة. الاختبار مشاهد موجودة. أعتقد يجب أن نتوقف هنا. I have to stop over here.